Module 6. All right, so now, some of you are still working on Module 5 stuff. That's okay, keep talking with me. And this week, it runs pretty much the same as the first weeks of your other modules. You've got your discussion, your intro discussion to the topic due, and then you have your community outreach. Do not forget those, okay? I highly encourage you to just grab your cell phone, walk outside, and start talking about problems, all right? So one of the problems that I could talk about while I'm here, this is the Japanese library in town, and you can see the mountains back there. One of the things I could talk about is invasives, okay? So invasive critters are a huge problem in Hawaii. Be it rats, be it cats, there's plenty. Now we even have a problem with feral chickens around here. They've been spreading and multiplying. But for example, the rats came with the pigs, actually. Right? The pigs were one of the first ones, came with the original settlers of the islands, the original Polynesians, and they escaped out into the mountains. There's a large population of feral pigs out there that hunters do try to cull, and do try to, there is hunting season for the feral pigs, but they still cause a lot of damage, and that's a pretty serious issue. One of the things that we can also talk about then is some dates of when that occurred, when the first migrants came and introduced the feral pig populations to here, or introduced pigs and then escaped and became the feral pigs. We could also talk about when the first Westerners came and brought rats on their ships. Now, rats really did a bad job up there. I mean, they're still up there. They're absolutely decimating the native bird populations, and that's a huge issue. They tried to solve it, and one of the things they did was introduce mongoose, because, well, mongoose theoretically eat rats, right? Not really. The problem is that during that time, nobody ever bothered to think that when are they active? Rats are active at night, mongoose are active during the day, so those two populations do not mix, so they don't get to hunt. And well, now the birds had another predator that was brought in. That's bad for the birds, so the population went down again. We now have a feral cat problem up there, actually all over. There's massive cat colonies. I mean, there's tens of thousands of cats on this island alone that are just absolutely feral, living in little colonies. People are trying to TNR them, but up in the mountains, there's still, where the last populations of the birds are, there's still lots of cats, and there's actually an eradication program that the government is working on to try to save some of the last populations of the birds up there by culling the cats. Like I said, we also have the feral chicken problem, that, well, fighting cocks, fighting roosters, and chickens escaped and started to multiply, and now we have Waikiki down that direction, that away, that has chickens in it. I mean, my neighborhood has some chickens in it, and yeah, that's not a normal thing. So with all these introductions, the native bird populations continue to decrease and continue to have problems, and continue to have problems to today. So by doing this sort of community outreach thing as this example, I would just be bringing in the only thing that I would have to actually research on this would be a few dates. Like, give me some dates of when something like this occurred, and there you go. There's your community outreach problem. All right, nice. What can you do? DNR your cats, and, well, call, unfortunately, animal destruction for getting rid of the chickens around here. That's a problem. But yeah, don't let your cats run wild, type of thing. Also a solution. So something like that is really good. Now, the other thing that you should be thinking about this week is next week you have an ecology lab due. It's a lot of fun. I highly suggest that if you have time, you start to prepare and look ahead for it, okay? Outside of that, keep up the good work. Again, keep me informed. We are coming to the end of class. I am specifically and purposefully making this a little bit easier because I want you to focus on these labs and I want you to catch up. Okay, so I want you to do a really good job on these labs because we haven't had that many. We've been concentrating a little bit on the citizen science thing. We're gonna have a big project that's where you're gonna be wrapping that up in the coming weeks. So again, your readings are a little bit thin from here on out, but you're still gonna be getting the content. I just want you to be focusing on wrapping up the course here, okay? So let me know what questions you have. Thank you again for being here. Please do be in contact, okay? And hang in there. I know life is really hard right now. So all the best.